The purpose of today's video is not in any way to discourage anyone from traveling, but if you fall in this category of people, you would want to think through, you would want to reconsider. So who are these categories of people we are going to be looking at today? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Edwina. I am so excited to have you here with me. Kindly stay with me as we go through today's discussion, and do not forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get started. So the first category of people that would really want to reconsider traveling, and I'm using traveling in terms of relocate, okay, not traveling for holidays and going back, but actual relocating or migrating to the West. Okay, the first group of people are people who are earning so back home. If you are back home and you are earning around $5,000 monthly, then you would really want to reconsider traveling, because with that amount of money, there's so much you can do back home. There is so much you can do, or there's so much you can afford back home that you may not be able to afford here. So if you are back home and you are earning that much on monthly basis, you would want to think through again. And most people earn so much. When you talk to them, they say that they are doing this for their children. Well, I still think that you can live with your children back home until they are of age and they can come to school on their own. And perhaps you give them that exposure in terms of education when they get to the university or college level. So, yes, you would want to consider or think through it very well. You would want to think through it very well, because somebody who earns that much in back home has so many benefits that comes with the role and all that, which may not be the case at all in the West. The second is closely related to this. I mean, if you are in a profession that is so much in high demand, if you are so much sorted after back home. I remember when we were in the university, we had some of our professors were the only specialists in their field, so they were just like two in the whole of Ghana. So if you belong to that category of people, you would want to be there because you are really needed there and you are given the priority because you are scarce. Why would you want to go to somewhere that there are so many of you and you might even go unnoticed? So if you belong to that category, obviously, you would really want to think through traveling or migrating. The third group of people who are not used to doing things on their own. You wake up from the morning, you wake up from bed in the morning and the bathroom is set for you to go and take your bath. You finish taking your bath, your clothes has been ironed. You just need to put them on. Your shoes have been polished. Your breakfast is set and on the table. Your car keys, everything is gingerly in order because you have employed the domestic help, or you have employed the services of other people to take care of all these things for you. You have domestic helps, you have drivers, you have nannies. My dear, that is so much luxury, and there is a high probability that you cannot afford that in the West. No, you cannot afford that in the West. Because back home, you will give somebody $100 a month, and the person will literally worship the ground you walk on. The person will like to do everything for you, help you at home. $100 a month is too much for people to help you at home. But $100 even a day here is way below minimum wage for somebody to live with you throughout the day and help you with your chores. $100 a day is way below minimum wage. So you see, you cannot, if you are used to that kind of lifestyle, it may be very difficult for you to cope on your own, because you would have to do virtually everything by yourself. Everything. There are things that you never thought or you never saw yourself do, you never imagined yourself do, that when you find yourself here, circumstances and situations push you to do them. Guys, it is funny, but that is the truth. So many of us have turned into things. Some of us have turned into barbers. We have turned into barbers. We didn't see this anywhere because it is so affordable. You just walk out of your house and you get a barbering shop and you will not pay $1 or $2 to get it professionally done. But you come here and you have to pay $35 for a haircut, which has to be done every 2 weeks. So one person's haircut is going to take $70 a month. Meanwhile, it doesn't cost $70 to get a good clip. I have mine right here, and it works. I mean, I have mine right here. This place will make you do things that you never saw yourself do. I have friends who have tried, who have actually braided their own hair. These people are not hairdressers, but they were faced with circumstances, situations that made them braid their own. Not somebody. They did it on their own head. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Living here will bring out everything in you. All the hidden talents within you are going to come out. So if you are the kind of person who is used to having everything done for you, I mean, if you are a man and you never think of shaving your own hair, or you've never thought of braiding your daughter's hair or giving your son a haircut, you would really want to reconsider. The fourth group of people, or the fourth category of people, are people who are not very mentally strong, people who are not able to have strong control of their mental health, people who easily get depressed, people who easily get very low and all that. You are traveling to a place where anything can happen and things may not go as planned, and you may not have family and a whole lot. The winters are long, the nights get so long, and it gets so dark, and you have to be your own sunlight most of the time. So if you are somebody who does not have strong control of your mental health, then you would want to really reconsider, because issues like depression is very common in these places. So you would want to reconsider. Another one which is closely related to this are people who are so big on planning that they leave no room for uncertainties. I am going to get there in 2 months, I'm going to get a job, and in 1 year I'll buy my house, and I will buy this, They have drawn their plan, and they never ask themselves, what if I am not able to? And then when you ask them what if, they say, don't be negative, God is going to do it. Yes, it is good to be positive, but being positive knowing that uncertainties may happen, and even in those times you are going to be positive, not in the way that you leave absolutely zero room for uncertainties and you make no plan for the what ifs, because you are so sure of your plan and you know that it is going to follow just like that. You leave no room for uncertainties. If you belong in that category, things can take a total turn and you will be shocked. And the mere fact that you leave no room for uncertainties makes it hit you hard, because you do not even have shock absorbers. Yes, you do not have shock absorbers. You did not condition your mind to think that what if things do not go this way? So you have no plan B. You get it? If you belong to that category of people, you would want to take it easy and think through the next category of people are people who are not ready to unlearn and relearn. People who are not ready and willing to unlearn and relearn. Anyone who is wanting to travel out of their space should know that once you move out, things are not the same. Things change. So you should be willing to adjust and adapt to wherever you want to stay. Now, if you are so used to your way of leaving home and you are not ready to unlearn, you want to behave anyhow, you do not want to respect diversity, you do not want to respect inclusion, you have no sense for inclusion, you are so gender biased, you are so much of a bully, you behave anyhow because you know people in authority and you get away with every wrongs you do back home, and you always have your way with everything. You go about telling people, do you know who I am? Do you know who I know? Do you know how connected I am? If you belong to this category of people, and also if you are the kind of people where somebody borrows you money or lends you money and they need to come and explain to you need their monies back, the credit system here will expose you. So you would want to reconsider. It is not for everyone to travel. So once you decide to take this step, you should be ready and willing to unlearn and relearn. Okay, your parenting style you cannot continue doing it the same way you do it back home. No, you are not back home. The laws and the situations here are not the same. You should learn how to parent through reinforcement. You should be ready and willing to unlearn and relearn. Either than that, yeah. The last category of people are people who are as closely linked to culture, who are couple. Most of the time you hear that once married couple move to the West, marriage starts having issues. Actually, the West actually test how efficient the efficacy of our marriages. So if you have not really sat down to discuss how things are going to be in the marriage, if you intend to relocate with your spouse, and who is going to do what, and how we are going to manage our finances, you would want to do that first, because these are issues that cause a lot of African marriages to break down in the West. You want to sit and discuss how you are going to manage your finances. You want to sit and discuss how chores are going to be done at home, because here you may not have the luxury of having house helps or nannies or people coming to help with these chores. You may have to do them yourself, and both of you may have to be working. So you would want to sit and really discuss who is going to do what and how are you going to manage your finances. Do not assume that things will fall in place. No, so that things do not take an unexpected turn and your marriage does not suffer. Yes, your marriage does not suffer. Guys, do you all agree with me? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I think people who fall within this category, there are a lot more, but I do not want this video to be unnecessarily long. I believe that people who fall within this category should really think through very well and should be ready to know what they have to lose when they decide to travel, and should be ready to know that they really have to adjust and adapt to be able to survive in the West. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have stayed with me to this time in the video, kindly do me the favor of subscribing to this channel to be part of this lovely family. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.